As I'm sure many of you are still in shock, as I feel I'll continue to be for quite some time. I feel like I'm supposed to be texting her like right now, saying I'm here, telling her how wonderful everyone is.
And this came after confirmation that Guns N' Roses lead singer Axel Rose would replace AC/DC frontman Brian Johnson.
Rock fans around the world are in shock as Axel Rose, the legendary frontman of Guns N' Roses, prepares to say goodbye. The news of his tragic diagnosis has left millions heartbroken. Axel, known for his powerful voice and wild energy on stage, has been a rock icon for decades. His songs defined a generation, and his performances were unforgettable. But now, he faces a battle that even his rock star spirit may not be able to overcome. As fans struggle to accept this heartbreaking reality, many are wondering, what really happened, and what does this mean for the future of Guns N' Roses? Join us as we uncover the hidden truth behind Axel Rose's diagnosed sickness. The heartbreaking news. Axel Rose, the iconic frontman of Guns N' Roses, has long captivated audiences with his powerful vocals and electrifying stage presence. But recently, he was reported to have been diagnosed with a strange ailment that threatens his musical career. Rumors have begun to spread as fans are beginning to notice subtle signs like canceled shows, unexpected pauses, and a quietness that felt unusual for the rock legend. Then, the shocking truth surfaced. Axel is facing a battle that no one saw coming. What exactly was he diagnosed with, and what could it possibly mean for the future of Guns N' Roses? Now, before we dive in deeper, let's take a quick look at Axel Rose's career and his rise to fame. Get ready for yet another shocking revelation that will keep you at the edge of your seat. Axel Rose, born William Bruce Rose, Jr. on February 6, 1962, is the iconic frontman of the hard rock band Guns N' Roses. His powerful and wide-ranging voice has made him one of the most recognizable figures in rock music. Reports have it that Rose's early years were marked by challenges and upheaval, which is believed to have shaped the complex personality that would later define his music career. His journey from a small Midwestern town to the bright lights of Los Angeles laid the foundation for his future as a rock icon. According to reports, Rose co-founded Guns N' Roses in 1985 and has been the band's only constant member since its inception. His dynamic stage presence and distinctive vocal style is believed to have contributed significantly to the band's success. Guns N' Roses shot to fame with their debut album Appetite for Destruction in 1987. The album reportedly featured hit songs like Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle, which showcased Rose's vocal prowess and songwriting abilities. In 1991, Guns N' Roses released the ambitious Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 albums simultaneously. These records are believed to have marked a significant evolution in the band's sound and Rose's songwriting. The albums are believed to have featured more complex arrangements and diverse musical styles. Tracks like November Rain and Civil War was seen to have demonstrated Rose's growth as a composer and vocalist. The era was one that reportedly paved the way for the band as they headlined major stadium tours and solidified their status as one of the world's biggest rock acts. Rose's performances during this period were marked by high energy and sometimes controversial behavior. Throughout his career, Rose has been known for his passionate performances and sometimes controversial behavior. His energy on stage and ability to connect with audiences is believed to have solidified his status as a rock legend. Despite facing personal challenges, Rose has remained dedicated to his craft. He continues to tour and perform with Guns N' Roses, captivating fans with his enduring talent and charisma. Axel Rose's impact on rock music reportedly extends beyond his work with Guns N' Roses. His influence can be heard in the voices and styles of many contemporary rock singers, cementing his place as a pivotal figure in the genre. But behind the scenes, however, Rose has reportedly grappled with health challenges that have shaped his life and career. Now let's take a look at this strange illness and its impact on Axel Rose's career. Stick around, as this might just be the beginning of what is about to be revealed. Axel Rose's rumored ailment and career impact. In 1989, Rose was reportedly diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which sheds more light on the complex struggles he faced throughout his time in the spotlight. Before that time, he was reported to have been diagnosed with the same disease during his late teens. In a statement made by a psychiatrist, that his delinquent behavior was evidence of psychosis. It was then later confirmed that he has bipolar disorder in addition to his reported high IQ. Rose was believed to have questioned the diagnosis and stressed that the medication given to him was not helpful, but only helped in keeping people off his back. He was later believed to have sought professional help for his persistent mood issues. Doctors reported that the element, which was known as manic depressive disorder, is characterized by extreme mood swings, ranging from manic highs to depressive lows. Rose, who initially expressed skepticism about his diagnosis, was believed to have struggled to reconcile his creative energy with the clinical label, and over time, he began to recognize how the disorder influenced his behavior and relationships. The rock star's volatile temperament and intense performances became hallmarks of his public persona. These traits, while contributing to his stage presence, is also believed to be a reflection of the internal turmoil he faced. Depression was also believed to have played a significant role in Rose's life and art. During low periods, he was reported to have experienced deep emotional pain and isolation. These episodes often fueled his songwriting, which resulted in raw and emotive lyrics. Reports have it that the creative process became both an outlet and a challenge for Rose. He channeled his depression into his music, produced powerful ballads and introspective tracks. However, these same emotional struggles are reported to have sometimes led to conflicts within the band and delays in productions. Despite the challenges posed by his condition, Rose has continued to create music and perform with Guns N' Roses. His resilience in the face of mental health struggles is believed to have resonated with fans and fellow musicians alike, which sparked conversations about the impact of bipolar disorder on creativity and artistic expression in the rock music industry. Rose's journey with bipolar disorder has reportedly been marked by intense mood swings and volatile behavior, which has often manifested in his personal relationships and professional endeavors. The rock star's experiences highlight the intersection of mental health and the high-pressure world of music stardom. His story also serves as a reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and treatment, even among those who seem to have it all. Axel Rose's journey with mental health has been marked by challenges and revelations. His experiences are believed to have shed light on the complex relationship between artistic expression and psychological well-being in the rock music industry. Rose's experiences highlight the double-edged nature of depression in artistic endeavors. While it can inspire profound creativity, it also poses significant personal and professional challenges. Meanwhile, Axel Rose's mental health has reportedly generated mixed reactions among his fans. What was Axel Rose's reaction to his supposed illness, and what was the public's response to it? Stick around to the end for a surprise twist. Axel Rose and public reactions to his supposed ailment. In 2008, Axel Rose was reported to have made a statement regarding his own health conditions. He allegedly denied having been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He said he had not been diagnosed as being bipolar and that many misconstrued the statements he made earlier as regarding such. He added that there have been an abundance of misguided and unqualified speculations of various events, and that calling him bipolar is like someone trying to take cheap, uneducated shots at him. He cited people trying to justify why they should get paid a financial settlement for whatever nonsense they are up to. He, however, said that those things have proved unsuccessful. He then finally admitted that he needed his own space. In contrasting news, Guns N' Roses have reportedly issued a statement updating fans on the singer's current health status after the band were forced to postpone their last Glasgow show. They were reported to be in the midst of their UK, Ireland, and European tour when they cancelled their performance at Glasgow Green in Scotland. which was scheduled to hold on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2022, following issues surrounding Axel's health and reports of vocal problems at previous shows. In an official statement released on their verified X account, Guns N' Roses cited illness and medical advice as the reasons why they would not be able to perform at Glasgow. They were also believed to have gotten in touch with ticket buyers at their point of purchase for a rescheduled date. Axel Rose also took to his X account to apologize for the inconvenience of postponing the Glasgow show. He, however, revealed that the band were ready to head back on the road for their Munich show the following day. He added that he has been following the doctor's orders, getting rest with a vocal coach and sorting out sound issues. He finally appreciated his fans for their concerns and promised that the band and crew were focused on giving their best at the Munich show, but that's not all. Before the cancelled Glasgow show, the vocalist had previously revealed at the Guns N' Roses' show at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London on July 2nd that same year that he'd been suffering from vocal issues, and that the band would be playing a shorter set, which was far from what most of their performances have featured on the set list. According to a later report, Guns N' Roses played 2 dates at the venue, with fans reporting that doors opened around 2 hours late on the first night, which meant that support act Gary Clark Jr. was unable to appear. On the first date, Guns N' Roses reportedly played 22 songs, with 19 performed on the second, scrapping the likes of November Rain and Rocket Queen. Several reactions were reported from various quarters due to the singer's illness, and worthy of note was ex-Guns N' Roses guitarist comments, when he said Axel Rose was suffering from mental problems. Speaking to the Bad Decisions podcast with Scott Nathan, the former band guitarist Tracy Guns said that he had some issues dealing with Axel back in the mid-1980s. He added that Axel was a great friend who was always ready to give help. He also called him a really solid person. Tracy stressed that Rose was having issues with mental health and also admitted that the way he dealt with it was a strain on their friendship. He went further to explain how Axel went on ecstasy for a week and suddenly showed up at his gig a completely different person. He cited moments when Axel would talk for 40 minutes out of a 60-minute set on stage, which he said made their show boring. He admitted that he couldn't deal with it and had to leave the band when he felt it wasn't a fun rock and roll band anymore, but was something else. As Axel Rose continues to navigate his mental health journey while pursuing his musical career, his journey reminds us that living with bipolar disorder does not define a person's entire existence or limit their potential for success and personal growth. Prince William's rough year. Prince William has just opened up about what he calls the hardest year of his life. It's been a whirlwind of emotions for the Prince of Wales as he juggled his royal duties while facing the unimaginable, both his wife and father battling cancer. Speaking with a heavy heart at the end of his visit to South Africa, William thought back on how he's coped through such a challenging time for his family. He admitted it's been absolutely dreadful, describing the year as the most difficult he's ever faced. Balancing everything and trying to keep life on track has been incredibly tough for him. Back in February, Buckingham Palace revealed that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer and was starting treatment. Just 6 weeks later, the world learned that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was also battling cancer and undergoing chemotherapy. It was a shocking double blow for William and his family. Through it all, people have wondered, where was Prince William in the midst of this storm? How did he manage to handle his duties, his family, and being there for his children? What you're about to hear will blow your mind. Thankfully, the king has now returned to his royal duties, and Catherine has completed her chemotherapy. For William, there's a deep sense of pride in how his wife and father have faced their challenges, but on a personal level, it's been nothing short of brutal. Royal author Robert Hardman recently spoke about this, explaining how William's honesty reflects the royal family's efforts to reset their public image.
Then William and Kate, who led the charge to the Caribbean, and I think they had expected it to be a very happy.
Hardman also pointed out that the Prince of Wales has had an extraordinary year, balancing his wife's serious illness with the enormous responsibility of stepping in for his father during his cancer battle. In a heartfelt video message, Kate shared how much time and space the family needed to adjust to the diagnosis. She also spoke about the difficulty of explaining the situation to their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, while reassuring them she would be okay. Through it all, William has been the steady rock, holding everything together during this relentless year. Prince William has been in South Africa for his Earthshot Prize Awards ceremony, where 5 incredible projects each received £1 million for their groundbreaking environmental innovations. While there, he spoke openly about the role of Prince of Wales and how he feels about the responsibility it brings. Balancing the weight of duty with his passion for making a difference, he shared that while he doesn't particularly enjoy taking on more responsibility, he does love the freedom to create something meaningful, like Earthshot. For him, it's all about using his platform to genuinely help people and make a positive impact on the world. Since the summer, the prince has also been sporting a beard, which has sparked mixed reactions, even from his own family. He revealed that when he first grew it, his daughter, Princess Charlotte, was not a fan at all. Her reaction was so emotional that he shaved it off, but he later decided to grow it back and managed to reassure her that it would be fine. On the final day of his Cape Town visit, Prince William focused on Abelobi, an Earthshot Prize finalist working to protect small-scale fishing communities. He was warmly welcomed by locals, who cheered and expressed their admiration as he engaged with fishermen and women involved in the program. However, the visit wasn't without controversy. A small group of protesters voiced concerns about issues such as the Israel conflict, indigenous rights, baboon culling, and representation for local fishermen. Amid personal challenges,
get ready to join me and special guests for a unique event as we come together to celebrate those with the solutions to repair our planet. The biggest environmental awards honoring the most inspiring innovations from across the globe.
his visit to a surplus food redistribution center and a youth club it supports also showed his dedication to reducing food waste, lowering greenhouse gas emissions, and helping people in need. In November this year, Kate's first major public appearance since her diagnosis at the Festival of Remembrance stole hearts. Their affectionate gestures, like William holding Kate's waist and her gently rubbing his lower back, showcased their deep connection. Their loving glances and whispers throughout the event reflected their bond, with experts noting how their openness about affection touched audiences. Kate also showed tender concern for a frail King Charles, while William's subtle gestures of support toward Kate added to the warmth of the evening. The couple's public display of love captured millions, showing their strength and unity. Prince William dealing with grief and loss. Prince William seemed to be balancing his royal duties, caring for his sick wife, and being there for his children, but on top of everything, tragedy struck within the royal circle. Thomas Kingston, a relative of Prince William and Prince Harry, was found dead on February 25th, leaving the family in shock. Thomas, a 45-year-old financier and husband to Lady Gabriella Windsor, died from a catastrophic head injury, with a gun found near his body. Although police confirmed there were no suspicious circumstances, questions have arisen about a new medication he had started before his death. At an inquest, it was revealed that his recent prescription might have impacted his state of mind, with the family's attorney suggesting there could be a connection. The court will explore this further, though no causative link has been established. On the day of his death, Thomas had lunch with his parents before being found in an outbuilding by his father. His passing has devastated the family.
Gloucestershire Coroner's Court, March 1st. Senior Coroner Katie Scarrett said Thomas was found, quote, deceased with a catastrophic head injury.
And the royal circle has been left grieving the loss of someone described as an exceptional man who brought light to everyone around him. Thomas was also a close friend of Princess Kate's sister, Pippa Matthews, and is believed to have dated her in 2011. If this loss wasn't enough, Prince William faced another emotional blow in November. The Prince and Princess of Wales released a heartfelt statement mourning the loss of Liz Hatton, a cancer-stricken photographer they had met at Windsor Castle just 2 months earlier. Liz had left a deep impression on the couple with her bravery and humility, and her passing brought fresh grief to an already heavy year. The royal family extended their thoughts and prayers to Liz's family, offering support during this unimaginably difficult time. Liz's mother had also shared the heartbreaking news with her own message, adding to the wave of sorrow. In a deeply emotional message, Liz Hatton's mother, Vicky, shared the heartbreaking news of her daughter's passing. Liz, a phenomenal photographer and an extraordinary young woman, lost her battle with cancer in the early hours of the morning. Even in her final moments, Liz remained determined, making plans until the very end. Her family expressed immense pride in her kindness, empathy, and courage throughout the past year, calling her the best daughter and sister they could have ever asked for. Liz had been diagnosed with desmoplastic small round cell tumor in January and had fulfilled her bucket list dream of meeting Kate Middleton earlier this year, hoping to meet the future queen before it was too late. Perhaps the hardest loss for Prince William, though, was saying goodbye to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. William has shared how deeply certain moments of her passing still affect him as he continues to grieve. During his and Catherine's first public appearance after the Queen's funeral, he reflected on the overwhelming grief and gratitude he felt. Some moments caught him off guard, even though he thought he was prepared for them. An example was seeing the touching Paddington Bear tributes left for the Queen, a nod to her famous Platinum Jubilee sketch with the beloved character. William admitted that those unexpected moments hit him the hardest. While joking with staff who helped with the funeral service, he mentioned a new competition between Paddington and the Queen's corgis, playfully noting that the corgis have been around longer. The Prince and Princess visited Windsor's Guildhall to thank the volunteers and staff who helped with the Queen's committal service. They were moved by the massive crowds who had come to pay their respects, with people traveling from all over the world.
Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of her other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth.
Catherine expressed amazement at how many people wanted to be part of the historic moment, while William found comfort in how deeply people cared about the Queen. So what has Prince William been up to recently, amid all this grief and heartache? You're on the edge of your seat, and it's about to get even more interesting. Prince William's meeting with Donald Trump. Prince William recently had a fascinating encounter that showed the unique diplomatic power of the royal family. Meeting President-elect Donald J. Trump in Paris after the reopening ceremony for Notre Dame Cathedral, the two had a conversation that showcased the prince's ability to charm and connect. Trump, who has long admired the British monarchy, spoke warmly about his interaction with the future king. The British diplomatic strategy of fostering strong relationships between Trump and the royals seems to be paying off, as the former president has always held the royal family in high regard. Back in 2019, when Trump visited Britain, officials arranged for him to have tea with Charles, then the Prince of Wales, at Clarence House. The idea was that the two men, both in their 70s and heirs to significant legacies, one royal and the other real estate, might find common ground. While they may not have shared much beyond their age and inherited status, the meeting was part of a larger strategy to strengthen ties between the US and Britain during a politically complex time. Now, with Trump set to return to the presidency and Britain led by left-of-center Prime Minister Keir Starmer, maintaining a close relationship with Trump could be more critical than ever. For this, the royal family might once again prove to be an indispensable tool. Trump's deep admiration for Queen Elizabeth II, whom he described as an inspiration, mentioned his appreciation for the monarchy. His visit to Buckingham Palace during his first term was a standout moment for him. This time, Trump's focus has shifted to the next generation. Meeting Prince William, now 42 and the son of King Charles III, may have been a strategic move for both parties. With William representing the future of the monarchy, the encounter left no doubt that Trump values his interactions with British royals of all ages. Apart from their conversation, Trump seemed captivated by the prince's appearance, praising how good-looking and handsome William looked. He even admitted he complimented William during their talk, a moment that grabbed the interest of royal watchers everywhere. But what really turned heads was Trump's decision to share private details about William's family, especially concerning the health of his father, King Charles III, and his wife Catherine, the Princess of Wales, both of whom have been battling cancer this year. Trump shared that Catherine was doing well and added that William deeply loves his father and wife, which some found touching, but others viewed as oversharing. Both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace remained silent, refusing to comment on Trump's remarks. This interaction once again showed Trump's admiration for the royal family. Experts believe this fondness could play a key role in British diplomacy, particularly as the UK faces potential challenges in its relationship with the US under Trump's second term. With Prime Minister Keir Starmer planning to strengthen ties with the European Union, something Trump strongly opposed in his first presidency, the monarchy might act as a bridge to maintain positive relations. Royal historian Ed Owens suggested that the monarchy could help Britain navigate these challenges, serving as a calming and diplomatic presence while fostering better relationships with Europe. Even King Charles, who typically avoids politics, could subtly influence these dynamics. Known for his passion for issues like the environment, Charles has a history of engaging in meaningful discussions. Back in 2019, during an arranged afternoon tea with Trump, Melania Trump, and Camilla, officials hoped Charles might gently raise the topic of climate change despite their differing views. Charles's preference for substantial conversations could offer an opportunity to form a more meaningful connection with Trump this time around. The press somehow got wind of their arguments and printed headlines that only added fuel to the fire. Despite the family drama, Harry and Meghan exchanged their vows on May 19, 2018, at St. George's Chapel. Harry and Meghan's love story was often overshadowed by the dark cloud of media harassment. The British tabloid press stalked them relentlessly, publishing untrue stories about Meghan and fueling racist stereotypes. The constant attacks from the press took a devastating toll on Meghan's mental health, driving her into hiding and triggering panic attacks and suicidal thoughts. Prince Harry was desperate to protect his wife, fearing a repeat of the tragic fate of his mother, who died in a car crash while fleeing from the paparazzi. He knew he and his family had to escape the toxic media environment in the UK, so he made a very difficult choice. Harry announced on Instagram that he and his wife would be stepping back from their royal roles and splitting their time between North America and the UK. Their decision was dubbed Megxit by the press, a reference to Brexit.
First Brexit, now Megxit. Sources say the Queen has called on aides to urgently define the new roles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in the space of days, not weeks.
Harry has rejected the term as a label that targets his wife and reduces their complex situation to just a catchy hashtag. With everything that Harry has gone through with the British press, it makes you wonder why he would decide to bring the spotlight upon himself this time around, by airing out so much dirty laundry in his memoir, Prince Harry's Tell-All Book. The British press and public have been on the edge of their seats ever since Prince Harry made the announcement in July 2021 that he would be releasing a tell-all memoir that would give readers a clearer glimpse into the secret lives of the royal family. His family was not in support of the idea, but rebellious Harry always does what he wants. Now that the book is here, it's clear why the royal family was worried. Spare is a 416-page personal account of Harry's life, ghostwritten by J.R. Mooringer and published by Penguin Random House. In the book, Harry makes shocking revelations about private family moments and intimate conversations that could have staggering consequences for the royals. It is available in various formats, including digital, paperback, and hardcover. And for those who want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, there's even a 15-hour audiobook edition, narrated by Harry himself. Even the title of the book is also a revelation of how Harry has felt about playing second fiddle to his brother his whole life. Spare refers to the age-old aristocratic adage that an heir and a spare was necessary to keep the family inheritance going. In Spare, Harry lays it all bare, sharing intimate details about his teenage years, his deployment to Afghanistan, and his complex relationships with his brother, Prince William, and father, King Charles III. He also opens up about his courtship and marriage to Meghan Markle, and the couple's decision to step back from their royal roles, which met a lot of criticism. While some critics praised Harry's vulnerability, others felt he shared too much. Despite the mixed reviews, Spare made history, becoming the fastest-selling non-fiction book of all time on its release date, according to Guinness World Records. The royal family doesn't want those details out there, but the book is already so big it is translated into 15 different languages.
After days of bombshell leaks and carefully selected press junkets, Prince Harry's memoir Spare has officially been released around the world.
It doesn't help matters for the royal that the book's proceeds are going to charity, making it even more popular among the masses who have always praised Harry as the people's prince. As Harry embarked on this literary journey, he shared his reasons for writing the book. "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man I have become." He hoped that by sharing his story, with all its highs and lows, he could connect with people from all walks of life and show that despite their differences, they have more in common than they think. Harry promised that the book would be accurate and wholly truthful, offering a unique glimpse into his life. The publisher teased that the book would take readers back to one of the most iconic and heart-wrenching moments of the 20th century, the image of two young princes walking behind their mother's coffin. But the book would also be full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom, offering a nuanced and thoughtful exploration of Harry's life. These announcements made the people 11 more eager to read the book. Everyone was highly anticipating its release, except the members of the royal family. The reservations of his family did make Harry a little skeptical about going through with publishing the book. According to the Times, Harry had second thoughts after visiting his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, during her Platinum Jubilee celebrations in the summer of 2022. However, he ultimately decided to move forward with the book. In an interview with Brian E. Gordon, Harry revealed that the first draft of Spare was a whopping 800 pages, enough material for 2 books. However, he chose to edit it down to around 400 pages, leaving out certain details about his relationships with his father and brother that he felt were too sensitive to share. "There are things that I just don't want the world to know," he confessed, "because I don't think they would ever forgive me." Despite concerns that the book might be seen as an attack on the monarchy, Harry insisted that his intention was not to collapse the monarchy, but rather to save it. He felt a sense of responsibility to reform the institution for the sake of future generations, particularly his brother's younger children. Interestingly, Harry's brother William had explicitly told him that his children were not his responsibility. Nevertheless, Harry remained committed to his mission. What do you think about Axel Rose's ailment? Do you think Axel Rose will bounce back from his sickness? Do share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the following video showing